This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It's so great to have you joining me here in these online lessons. This is lesson 29 in this series that is all about jazz guitar. As you know, I love jazz guitar, and I'm delighted to bring you this course that really moves through it in a line upon line fashion. Will help you. It will help you with your jazz guitar playing. Whether you're a beginner, whether you've been playing for a while, going through. Right now we're working on a lot of foundational fundamentals that play into a lot of different eras, but are especially fun to sort of focus in the early era on when we're only using those. And then it lays the foundation and gives us some fun things to play over and prepares us for playing things that are even completely contemporary happening right now. So we're going to go ahead and dive in. Right now we are working with the minor seventh chords, getting some more ideas into our jazz language. So far with that, we've worked through the arpeggio notes, improvising with just the chord tones, and we're using two different shapes at this point to do that with. And I have just a review up here on the board. The black dots are all part of that arpeggio shape, and then the roots have the squares around them. Now, in addition to that, we've looked at using the sixth as a passing tone between the fifth and the flatted seventh. You can also sit on it some, sort of in the sound of a 13. We've looked at adding the second or the ninth in, both as a passing tone between the root and the flatted third. We've also looked at it as sitting on it as its own chord tone. The ninth can function really well as a chord tone. And then we added in the fourth. Now the fourth works really well. The fourth, along with the arpeggio notes, is actually the notes of the minor pentatonic scale. You can use that one as a passing tone between the flatted third and the fifth. You can also use it to create sort of a little enclosure by going from that 4 to the 2 and then landing on the flatted third. So you can use it in that sort of a fashion. You can also just sit on it because the 11th or the 4th sounds really nice with those minor seventh chords. Now we're going to look at adding a little chromaticism in with this lesson and the next lesson, and then we're going to work on a tune that has mostly minor seventh chords. So that'll be super, super fun. Great things to continue to come in the course. So we're adding the natural seventh to this with this root, this movement that can go from the root to the seventh to the flatted seventh, or vice versa. With the diagrams on the board, I have reminded us where the second and the sixth and the fourth are, which are things that we've worked on before, so those are drawn in. But the sevenths are written in with a square around them. We don't necessarily use this one on the low end very much, but we've got the other one, so let's take a look here. If we can find our roots, which are written here, and I'm going to go on the sixth string form first, with my lowest root being at that 8th fret, so I'm going to demonstrate this in C minor. We know that below any place we have a root, we're going to have that natural seventh. So I do have that natural seventh there on that low string, but we're not going to be improvising with this one much. So if we go up to the next root, which is at the 10th fret on that 4th string, I have the root and the 7 and then my flat 7. So you just kind of want to find that and get used to finding where that is. And of course we can use the other notes as well, but that's there. You can use the 7th. I've got it here in this passing tone fashion, which works really great. You can enclose the root by going from that 2 to the 7 to the root. So there's other ways you can play with it outside of this movement, but this is a great place especially to start with it. It works really great because it's going from one chord tone to the other and building that tension and then releasing it. Or flat 7 or something. You can play around with a little bit beyond the chromatic movement, but that's the place to start. Now with this one, we go up to the 5th string form and we've got it in the exact same place, only now on that 5th string form in F, everything is one string higher. So you kind of want to get comfortable with that. So you've got that one there, and then with this shape you also have that 7 right below the root, and we could continue down to the 6th, though we don't improvise down there very often. So I wouldn't worry about that one right away. Coming back to the 6th string form, on the high string we have that high root, so we can come down from the root to the natural 7 to the flatted 7. It's kind of nice. You can come all the way down with all all the tones we have if you wanted to. Gives you a nice little chromatic movement there though. So we're going to get comfortable with those. Once you have, it's time to start trying to plug this in on our improvisation. So I have a backing track. It's going to go around the circle of fourths, which I do have up here on the board, 8 bars per chord. So C minor 7, then F minor 7, and so on. We'll have that C minor there at the 8th fret, F minor, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and then we have G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. We've done so much with the circle of fourths so far in the course that I don't feel I need to review it any more than that. But we'll start off with those 8 bars in C minor. We'll start playing. I'm going to really emphasize getting this sound into my ideas, but I may bring some of the other things as well. You should play right along with me, intuitively. Take anything you get. If there's something you like, you're welcome to just steal it. If you need to watch over and over, that's a great thing to do. That's how we learn this jazz language. So we'll hear and 4 and in the snare drum, and then we'll be in, like all the backing tracks that we use for these lessons, it is available for you to play over without me playing. So it's its own video on the channel, and you can find all of those on the Jazz Jam Along backing track playlist. There's also a link in the description below. We're going to be playing this at 121 beats per minute. You can play with one a little bit slower if you want to, 105 beats per minute. That one is also, there's a link down in the description below. But we'll hear and 4 and in the snare drum, and we'll be in. So let's do it. So we're in C minor. F minor. B flat minor. Flat minor. And then A flat minor. D flat minor. G flat. that's super fun. Hope you're getting some great ideas flowing. Of course, you can steal anything from me that you would like to. I actually think I got one misplaced note in there, which works really well, but it pertains to something that we haven't worked on yet. So pretty cool though. And that's okay as you're working on this. If you're not always having the complete control over what we're working on, maybe you're going to play something that's really hip that still works. We work on getting the control. It helps us get new ideas happening, helps us gain more ideas into playing with lots of jazz language, lots of great jazz language. So keep at it. These lessons come out every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On Tuesdays, we have Technique Tuesdays, Theory Thursdays. On Saturdays, we're doing improvisation over rock, blues, pop, folk, just different types of songs every week, which is super cool. And then also with what's happening next here in this course, we got a little bit more we're going to do with improvising over the minor seventh chords. Then we're going to work on a tune that is mostly with minor chords. So great things to come. Keep having fun, take care, and we'll see you again. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at kristenbromley.com. Take care.